We're less than a month away from Disney's latest live action mess, Snow White, starring Rachel Zegler. And this movie has been through the ringer already. Controversy after controversy, backlash after backlash, most of it centered around Rachel Zegler herself. And it's also like Disney just can't seem to catch a break with Rachel Zegler involved. I mean, you can also tell that they're actually getting pretty desperate, and that's nothing new. You see, just a few days ago, they dropped some new trailers with a completely different marketing strategy. Now they're suddenly trying to go ahead and try to convince everybody, oh, look how much we respect the original. We promise it's true to the original. Yeah, okay, Disney. Like, we're all just going to go ahead and forget everything that Rachel Zegler's been saying and doing for the past couple of years. Not likely. And Rachel Zegler has made it very clear about how she feels about the original Snow White, and fans haven't forgotten. And judging by the reactions, most people aren't buying it either. And you know why? Well, that's you know why they're simply scrambling like this, because of the box office projections. We're seeing numbers now that show that Snow White is set to do even worse than The Little Mermaid did a few years ago. And that movie flopped so hard at the box office. Now, it looks like, Disney's finally got someone puppeting Rachel Zegler, telling her exactly what to say and just to try to save face. Now, Rachel Zegler is certainly doing a complete 180, trying to clean up her image after all the backlash. But at this point, who's really buying it? It's obvious that Rachel Zegler is just parroting what Disney wants her to say, okay? And Disney is even coming out to say that all this backlash is just passion for the original movie. Really? That's interesting, because just a few months ago, Rachel Zegler was playing the victim card, blaming toxic Disney fans and acting like the world was just against her because she's Latina and outspoken. Here's the thing, she's only half Latina and half, Polish on her dad's side. But Rachel Zegler went on about how she's torn down her whole life and how everyone criticizing her was just a bunch of haters. But now, all of a sudden, Rachel Zegler's changed her tune. The same Rachel Zegler who trashed the original Snow White, who made it clear that this version was going to be all modern and progressive because it's not 1937 anymore. Now she's trying to say that all the backlash is just passion for the character. That's a big joke right there to me. And this isn't just about me talking. It's not just me talking. Look, all the quotes from Rachel Zegler herself is come out to the spotlight. She says, I interpret people's feelings about this film as their passion for her. And what an honor to be a part of something for which people feel so much passion. And here's a big one here. We're not always going to have the same sentiments as those around us. And all we can do is just give the best of ourselves. Yeah, that's a complete 180 from everything that Rachel Zegler's been saying before. But let's be real though. I'll go ahead and be honest. I'll give credit on where it's due. This is the same. This is the right thing to say, but this is what Rachel Zegler should have been saying from the start. But because Rachel Zegler spent the last couple of years doing the exact opposite, it just comes off as fake. And it's obvious that Disney is doing damage control right now. They saw the backlash, they saw the box office projections, and now they've got Rachel Zegler sticking to the company line itself. It's no wonder that Bob Iger didn't even bring this up to their earnings calls. But it's way too little, way too late. Rachel Zegler spent years playing the victim, using her heritage as some sort of shield against any and all criticism. Now, Rachel Zegler, as you all remember, clapped back at people who trashed them online and acted like anyone who didn't like her version of Snow White was just a hater or a bigot. But now, just a few weeks before the movie is set to bomb, Rachel Zegler's suddenly all about respecting differences and passion for the character. Man, you can just miss me with that mess. Now, it's as clear as day that this is nothing but damage control, and for good reason. Box office projections are bad. I'm talking opening weekend numbers in the $60 to $75 million range. For comparison, The Little Mermaid opened to $95 million, and even that was considered a flop. Worldwide, they're estimated between 450 million and 550 million, and that's just against the budget of $240 million. Now, let's be real. That $240 million budget isn't the whole story. That was just before reshoots, before editing, before all the post production costs. Realistically, this movie's budget is going to be closer to $300 million, if not more. And that's just to get it into theaters. Now, if this thing flops as hard as it's projected to, Disney's going to be taking a real massive financial hit. They won't officially announce how much they spent until about a year from now, thanks to the way the UK tax releases work. But mark my words, this movie is going to be a financial disaster even for Disney. Even if the budget was only $240 million, they're still looking at a huge loss. And that's not even counting marketing costs. So, yeah, it's no wonder they've got Rachel Zegler out here doing her best damage control act while trying to walk back all the nonsense that she's been spewing for the past couple of years. But it's too late. People don't believe Rachel Zegler. They see right through it because it's the exact opposite that everything that Rachel Zegler said just a few months ago. Okay. But yeah, that's just it right there. What do you all think? Is Disney's strategy going to work, or is Snow White doomed to flop? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed this video, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and ring the bell for notifications. Share this video out there so that way more people can see what's really going on with Rachel Zegler and Disney Snow White. Until then, peace.